Frank and open discussions on loss and dealing with businesses risk really relies on meaningful access to executive leaders like the CEO and president. These security discussions should be simple but very challenging. By that, I mean they are not some generalized or pie in the sky PowerPoint presentation with all the bells and whistles. This dialogue should be built on the foundation of sound business and security principles and what goals they're looking for. What do I mean by that? Our next point says brilliant, yes, but with an in-depth understanding of business risk. Today, understanding what represents risk and what does not can often best be understood through collaborative dialogue with business executives. You need their brilliance, and they need your brilliance too. All of this leads to developing a security culture of accountability. Achieving this understanding is based on working with others and a comprehensive understanding of existing core business operations and the markets they serve. Coming back to our mantra of smart security, its success will always be measured through the absence of problems and how risk is mitigated throughout the business. I have always viewed business staff functions, or as I refer to them, as functional areas, such as HR, environmental health and safety, audit, etc., as having a vested interest in smart security. At times, not all functions feel the same way, but some do. How you communicate and market security will go a long way to establish business-focused relationships that mutually support primary business operating goals. A simple and effective approach is to bring together areas of expertise, such as HR and security, around a given topic like having a safe and secure work environment. After all, smart security is designed and focused on positive business outcomes for both employees and the business. An effective way to focus is through a triple win strategy. Using this win-win-win approach strengthens the credibility of the functions involved, in this case HR and security, and directly demonstrates that both functions are focused on addressing security concerns and challenges to help the organization achieve its operating goals. It is essential to understand how every functional area goes about achieving their goals in supporting the business. Then your task is to see how security can be aligned with that function to achieve its goals and at the same time position security as a business driver. A proven approach is to work with those who want to work with security. Always remember, you are the experts when it comes to the security content, while at the same time being flexible about how to deliver that content. For example, let's say you want or need the help of corporate communications to communicate a message about the value of having company ID badges displayed at all times while on company property. You meet with members of the communications team and ask them for their suggestions on how best to communicate this message and how to roll it out. Most business communication leaders will jump at the chance. My experience is you will have immediate buy-in. In several instances, I've worked with communications teams and designed custom security messaging for different segments of the business, from executives to line employees. Security supplied the content, communications designed the message format, and handed it back to us for final approval. Once we gave our final approval, they rolled it out and it was done. It is always important to leverage relationships that drive productivity and which are sustainable across specific business operations. This way, you are knitting together a business environment built on strong internal communication where everyone wins. Smart security is always built on the basics. Simple, common sense security is focused on making the business successful. A key expression I use in communicating with business leaders at every level is, in business, it's not about security. In business, it's about business. Start small might sound trite, but it is extremely effective. I can't tell you how many times a new security leader in a business becomes focused on impressing the bosses and start right off with a lot of activities. They put a number of things in motion without having a solid understanding of the business. Often, they truly don't have a clue about which security issues are having a detrimental effect on the business. Looking back, it is not uncommon for them to learn after the fact that what they started was in fact had failed in the past. Real security leadership understands which issues need to be addressed, and that is only done by knowing the organization and what it does. Sure, you are there to make the work environment safer and more secure, but you have to do it in ways that work for the business. Finally, the security programs I have designed and developed address the issues which business and functional leaders don't like to deal with. When you are committed to working with functional and operational leaders and taking problems off their hands, that's when your reputation as a true business partner will be shared in very positive ways across the organization. That's the impact you're looking for. That's where the fun begins.